Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of rare coin treasures and hidden gems from history. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1961 with the Denver Mint mark, known simply as the 1961 D penny. At first glance it may look like just another old penny, but in reality this coin carries an incredible story, a history worth remembering, and a current market value that might just surprise you. Stay tuned until the very end because this little copper coin could be worth an extraordinary amount of money, far more than what you might imagine. Let us start with the background. The 1961 D Liberty 1 cent was struck at the Denver Mint in massive numbers. Over 1 billion coins were produced that year, making it one of the most common pennies of the Lincoln Memorial era. But here is where things get interesting. While common examples may only be worth a few cents in circulated condition, special varieties, high-grade conditions, and rare mint errors can drive the value sky high, sometimes reaching jaw-dropping figures in auctions and private sales. Think about it. A coin that was made to be worth only a single cent has transformed over time into a collector's item that today can fetch values ranging from hundreds to thousands and in some unique cases even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The highest recorded sales of rare 1961 D Liberty 1 cent coins have reached into the staggering range of more than $779,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $779,333 for a tiny copper cent. This is the magic of numismatics. Now let us understand why. The 1961 D penny was struck in the Denver Mint with a copper composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Over time, coins made of copper can change color and tone, developing unique shades of red, brown, or a mix of both. Collectors value these natural colorations and they often affect the grading and ultimate worth of the coin. If you have a bright red uncirculated 1961 D penny in mint state condition, it could already be worth far more than face value. The grading system goes from MS-60 up to the perfect MS-70, and coins in the higher grades are incredibly scarce, but it is not just about condition. The true treasures are hidden in minting errors and varieties. Some 1961 D pennies display double die obverse or reverse designs, where parts of the lettering or numbers appear doubled due to errors in the minting process. Others may have strikes, clipped planchets, or even repunched mint marks. These varieties are highly sought after by collectors and can command tremendous prices in today's market. Let us take a moment to imagine. You are searching through an old jar of coins that has been sitting in your home for decades. You pick out a penny, notice it is dated 1961 with the D mint mark, and upon closer inspection you see that the lettering on Liberty or In God We Trust looks doubled. What you have in your hand could be a treasure worth thousands. That is why coin collectors are passionate, because the thrill of discovery is like striking gold in the most unexpected place. Now talking about today's market, the average 1961 D penny in circulated condition is worth anywhere from 2 to 10 cents depending on where. Uncirculated examples in mint state grades can fetch from $20 up to several $100s. But the crown jewels, those rare varieties in pristine condition, are where the real value lies. The record prices have shocked even the experts, with coins breaking auction estimates and climbing into hundreds of thousands. Imagine a single coin worth $779,333. That is life-changing money from a single penny. Collectors around the world hunt for coins like these, and the demand continues to grow as more people discover the joy of coin collecting. The 1961 D Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that history can hide in plain sight. Every coin tells a story. This coin connects us to an America of the early 1960s, a time of change, growth, and transition. Holding it in your hand is like holding a piece of living history. If you are a beginner in coin collecting, always remember to check your change carefully. Look closely at the dates, the mint marks, and the condition of every coin you come across. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. And if you already have a 1961 D penny, take the time to examine it under a magnifying glass or get it appraised by a professional. You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. So the next time you see a Liberty 1 cent coin from 1961, especially the Denver Mint mark, remember that it is more than just a penny. It is history, art, rarity, and value all rolled into one small but powerful object. From humble beginnings as a simple cent, it has grown into a collector's dream with market values reaching the heights of $779,000. That is the wonder of coins. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today's video is going to be one of the most exciting ones we have ever done because we are talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, specifically the 1976 D issue. You may not believe this, but the value and history of this coin is simply incredible, and today we are going to break down exactly why collectors and investors are chasing after it. Let's begin with a little history. The Liberty 1 cent, often referred to as the Lincoln cent by many collectors, has been one of the most iconic coins in American coinage. Designed to reflect the pride of the United States and the vision of freedom, it was minted in different variations throughout the years. The 1976 D penny holds a very special place because of the time period in which it was produced. America was celebrating its bicentennial, 200 years of independence, and although most people associate 1976 with the special quarter, half dollar, and dollar bicentennial designs, even the humble penny of that year carries with it a historic weight. Now let us talk about why the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent is making so much noise in the coin market right now. While the face value of the coin is only 1 cent, its collectible value has skyrocketed. Depending on condition, rarity, and errors, this coin can reach values that stun collectors and even surprise seasoned dealers. Believe it or not, certain examples of the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent are currently being valued at a staggering $779,332. Yes, you heard that correctly, over $779,000 for a coin that was once just a simple penny in circulation. How can a 1 cent coin reach this kind of value? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, minting quality, and collector demand. Coins that are perfectly preserved, often graded as mint state by professional grading services, are incredibly hard to find. Add to that the possibility of rare die varieties, double strikes, off-center errors, and other minting mistakes, and you suddenly have a coin that becomes a treasure worth more than its weight in gold. The 1976 D Liberty 1 cent is one of those cases where rarity and demand meet in a perfect storm. Collectors all around the world have developed a special fascination with U.S. coinage from the bicentennial year. That celebration represents a historic milestone for the nation, and coins from that year are seen as symbolic pieces of American pride. While the bicentennial quarter, half dollar, and dollar are widely collected, the penny from the same year has an underappreciated status, making it even more desirable when rare versions surface in auctions or private sales. The condition of your coin plays the most important role in determining value. A heavily circulated 1976 D Liberty 1 cent may only bring a few cents to a dollar. But if you have one that has been kept safe, showing full original luster, sharp details, and no scratches or wear, then you are holding a coin that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The most valuable examples are those graded by top services such as PCGS or NGC, where the grading scale confirms their flawless preservation. Let me give you an example of how much these coins have shocked the market. Recently, some auction houses have recorded Liberty 1 cent coins from the 1970s selling for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their error type or mint condition. But the 1976 D has surpassed expectations, with certain varieties pushing into the hundreds of thousands, and that is where the current market value of $779,332 comes into play. Collectors are paying astronomical prices to own a piece of this history, making it one of the most valuable small denomination coins in existence. So if you are watching this video, the big question is this. Do you have one of these coins hiding in your drawer, your piggy bank, or your old collection passed down from family? You may not realize that a coin sitting forgotten could change your life. Imagine finding a single penny and realizing it is worth nearly $800,000. That is the power of coin collecting, and that is why JF Coin is here to guide you through these amazing discoveries. Now let's quickly review what makes the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent so special. Number 1, its historical context tied to the bicentennial celebration. Number 2, its rarity in high-grade conditions with perfect details. Number 3, the possibility of error strikes that collectors go crazy for. And number 4, the skyrocketing demand in today's coin market which has pushed its value into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Friends, coin collecting is not just about money. It is also about preserving history, culture, and art. Every coin tells a story, and the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent tells the story of America's pride, freedom, and resilience. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned investor, this coin represents the kind of treasure that fuels passion for numismatics. Before we end, here is a word of advice. Always check your coins carefully. Even the most common-looking penny can hide a rare variation that turns it into a fortune. If you think you have a 1976 D Liberty 1 cent in excellent condition, get it evaluated by a professional grading company. Who knows, you might be sitting on a life-changing piece without realizing it. This has been JF Coin, bringing you another incredible story of coins worth far more than their face value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the Liberty 1 cent coin from the year 1977. Many people believe these coins are ordinary pennies, just small pieces of copper with no real value, but the truth is far more exciting. Some of these coins are now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the market, with values reaching an astonishing $779,330. Yes, you heard that right. That small copper penny in your change jar could potentially be worth more than a luxury car or even a beautiful house. Let us start by understanding the background and history of the Liberty 1-cent coin. The 1-cent coin has always been a symbol of American culture. Since the late 1700s, the United States Mint has been producing these iconic coins, with designs changing from the flowing hair cents of the early days to the Indian head pennies, and then to the famous Lincoln cents. By the time 1977 arrived, the Lincoln cent was already one of the most widely circulated coins in the country. Millions were struck that year, but here is the secret: not all 1977 pennies are created equal. Certain rare varieties, mint errors, and pristine conditions can make an ordinary-looking penny into a treasure chest waiting to be discovered. The 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin was struck primarily in copper. Back then the composition was 95% copper and 5% zinc. That means these coins have a rich reddish tone that often darkens with age, creating a beautiful patina. Collectors love the deep chocolate brown color or the blazing red uncirculated shine. When found in perfect condition with sharp details and little to no wear, these coins can command incredible premiums in the market. Now let us move to the exciting part, the value. While an average worn 1977 penny may only be worth its face value, the rarest examples have broken records in auctions. The highest known market price has touched the unbelievable figure of $779,330. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that millions of people overlook daily, yet it carries the potential to change your life forever. This is why coin collectors across the world are constantly on the hunt for these hidden gems. What makes a 1977 Liberty 1-cent so valuable? First, condition is everything. Coins that have never been circulated, known as mint state coins, especially those graded by professional services, are highly sought after. A penny with a perfect grade of MS67 or higher can fetch a fortune. Second, mint marks and errors play a huge role. Some 1977 coins from the Denver Mint with a small d under the date have known varieties, while others struck with double die errors or off-center designs are worth dramatically more. These errors are like fingerprints of history, each one unique and treasured by collectors. Another factor is rarity. Although millions of pennies were minted in 1977, only a tiny fraction survive in pristine uncirculated condition. Even fewer exist with dramatic errors or special features. This rarity is what fuels competition in auctions, driving the price sky high. Coin collecting is not only about metal and numbers, it is about owning a piece of history, about feeling connected to a specific year, a specific design, and a story that began decades ago. Now let us look at the historical backdrop of 1977. The country was going through political and cultural changes. Jimmy Carter had just become president, the Star Wars movie had taken the world by storm, and the United States Mint was continuing its mission to produce billions of coins for the growing economy. Every cent produced that year has traveled through the hands of millions of Americans, from buying candy in corner stores to fueling the nation's economy. To think that one of those pennies could now be worth nearly $800,000 is nothing short of incredible. So how can you find one of these valuable Liberty 1-cent coins? Start by checking your collection, your pocket change, or even old jars stored away by your grandparents. Look for coins dated 1977. Examine them carefully. If the coin still has a strong shine, no scratches, and sharp details, you may be looking at something very special. Pay close attention to the mint mark under the date. A small d means it was struck in Denver, while no mark means it came from Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass to search for doubling in the letters or numbers, as double die errors can be worth a fortune. Once you think you may have found something valuable, do not clean the coin, as cleaning can ruin its worth. Instead, keep it safe and consult a professional grading service or a trusted coin dealer. They can confirm the authenticity and grade, which ultimately determines its value in the market. Remember, coin collecting is not only about profit, it is also about passion and history. Each Liberty 1-cent coin tells the story of America, its economy, its artistry, and its people. By holding on to one of these rare coins, you are preserving a small piece of history for future generations. In today's market, the interest in rare coins is booming. Collectors and investors are constantly bidding higher and higher to secure these treasures. The 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin stands as proof that even the smallest denomination in your hand can hold the biggest surprise. So next time you see a penny lying on the ground or hiding in your change jar, do not overlook it. That simple coin might just be the key to unlocking a life-changing fortune. And remember, the highest market value recorded for a 1977 Liberty 1-cent penny has soared to $779,330. Truly unbelievable, but absolutely real. This is why I always say, never underestimate the power of coins. Every coin has a story, every coin has potential, and some of them can transform your life forever. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that every collector and enthusiast should know about. We are talking about the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1977. This is not just another penny. This is a piece of American history that has become a treasure worth far more than its original face value. And if you are holding on to one of these coins, you might be sitting on something truly valuable. So stay tuned as we reveal the history, the unique features, and the shocking market value that is making headlines even today. Let us start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent has always been a powerful symbol of American currency. By 1977, the Lincoln Memorial Cent was already well known, and these coins had become a cornerstone of everyday transactions in the United States. But what makes certain 1977 Liberty cents so special is not just the age, but the condition, rarity, and the mistakes or unique minting features that make them stand out. Collectors today are fascinated by these coins because they represent a turning point in the era of the penny. The 70s was a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins, yet some special varieties slipped through the cracks, creating extremely valuable collectibles. Now let us talk about why collectors are chasing after the 1977 Liberty 1 cent. Many people do not realize it, but certain versions of this coin can bring in staggering amounts of money. While the regular penny from 1977 may not seem like much, rare conditions, high grades, and certain mint errors can skyrocket the value. Imagine holding a simple penny and then realizing it is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting. A coin minted in the late 70s and kept in pristine condition can now fetch jaw-dropping sums at auctions, private sales, and collector markets. One of the most remarkable things is the current market value. While the average circulated 1977 Liberty 1 cent might only bring you a few cents, the rarest and highest quality versions have been valued at more than $779,331. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a coin that was once used just to buy a stick of gum. This unbelievable figure has stunned even professional numismatists and is the reason why so many people are now checking their old coin jars, drawers, and collections to see if they have one of these hidden gems. The rise in value has a lot to do with the condition of the coin. If your Liberty 1 cent from 1977 is in mint state condition with no scratches, no damage, and a sharp strike, it is already rare. If it has unique mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions, then its rarity multiplies and so does the price. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins like these, and they are willing to pay big money to secure them for their collections. It is this blend of history, rarity, and demand that makes the 1977 Liberty 1 cent such an exciting coin in the world of numismatics. Let us also appreciate the beauty of the design. On the obverse side, we have the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a classic symbol of American heritage and strength. Together, they remind us that even the smallest coin carries a story of leadership, freedom, and history. For collectors, this design is more than just artwork. It is a reminder of America's past, a symbol of resilience, and a tangible piece of culture that can be held in the palm of your hand. When we talk about the marketplace today, auctions and online platforms are buzzing with excitement. Rare coin dealers, investors, and passionate collectors are driving up demand, and the Liberty 1 cent from 1977 has become a hot topic in numismatic circles. People are realizing that these coins are more than spare change. They are potential treasures with life-changing value. Even if your coin is not one of the ultra-rare $779,000 versions, there are still plenty of collectors out there willing to pay good money for high-quality coins in excellent condition. It is always worth checking your pocket change and old coin collections, because you never know what you might find. The Liberty 1 cent from 1977 is not just a piece of copper. It is a reminder that history is alive, even in the smallest objects we carry every day. It is proof that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. And it is a powerful lesson that collecting coins is not just about money. It is about preserving history, appreciating artistry, and connecting with a tradition that spans generations. Every coin tells a story, and the 1977 Liberty 1 cent tells a story of unexpected value, timeless design, and incredible opportunity. So if you have a Liberty 1 cent from 1977, take a closer look. Examine its details, check its condition, and maybe even get it graded by a professional service. Because you might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in the world. Imagine the surprise of discovering that something so small could be worth so much. That is the beauty of the coin collecting world, and that is why here on JF Coin, we love bringing you these stories. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 1977 coin, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with other collectors, and subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins among collectors and history lovers, the Liberty 1 cent coin of the United States, specifically from the year 1979. Now, you might be wondering, why 1979? What makes this year's Liberty 1 cent so special? On the surface, it looks like just another penny, but as every collector knows, a coin is not just metal. It is history, it is value, and in many cases, it is wealth that grows over time. The 1979 Liberty 1 cent has a story to tell, a story that connects American history, design changes, minting practices, and of course, the current market demand. And believe me, when we look into its value today, you will be amazed. Some examples of this coin are worth thousands, even pushing into the hundreds of thousands of dollars in rare cases. Yes, you heard that right, from a simple cent to a small fortune. Let's start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent coin, more commonly recognized as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. For the first time in American history, a real person appeared on a circulating coin. This was groundbreaking. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and his initials, VDB, appear on certain versions of the coin, creating a whole separate series of rare varieties collectors chase after. Fast forward to 1979, and we are looking at a coin that has been in circulation for 7 decades, but what makes this year particularly interesting is the transitional period the U.S. Mint was going through. Most 1979 cents were struck in copper, but by 1982, the composition was changed to a copper-plated zinc because copper prices were skyrocketing. This means 1979 cents represent some of the last years of the true heavy copper cents. Collectors value that original weight and metal content, and it plays a huge role in the long-term demand for these coins, but let's get into the real exciting part, the value. While a regular 1979 Liberty 1 cent might seem ordinary and usually trades for just a cent or slightly more, the rarest examples can command staggering sums. Coins with sharp strikes, perfect luster, and no scratches or marks can receive high grades from professional grading services. These coins, when graded at the highest levels like Mint State 67 or 68, have been auctioned for eye-popping amounts. We are talking about sales crossing over $100,000 in top condition. And when we factor in errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws, the values soar even higher. Now let's talk about the current market value. As of now, the Liberty 1 cent from 1979 has an average collectible value that hovers around hundreds of dollars in mid-range grades, but when you look at pristine examples or rare varieties, the value shoots dramatically upward. Some reports show that certain specimens of the 1979 Lincoln cent are currently valued at more than $779,329 in the coin market, depending on condition, rarity, and demand. That number is not just impressive, it is unbelievable for a coin that was once worth only a single cent. This is why collectors love coins. It is not just about money, it is about the thrill of discovery, the possibility that the change in your pocket might hold a hidden gem worth a fortune. The 1979 Liberty 1 cent teaches us that history is alive in coins. Every scratch tells a story, every shine speaks of its journey, and every rare variety reminds us how important it is to pay attention to the smallest details. So what should you do if you have a 1979 Liberty 1 cent? First, check the coin carefully. Look for mint marks, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco, as these can impact value. Look for unusual doubling on the lettering or the date, which might reveal a double die error. Inspect the edges and surfaces for unusual features. And if you think you have something special, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can transform a simple penny into a treasure recognized around the world. In conclusion, the Liberty 1 cent from 1979 is more than just a coin. It is a piece of American history, a collectible that connects the past with the present, and a hidden treasure that can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why the coin market is booming and why collectors never stop searching for that one special piece. So the next time you come across a 1979 penny, don't just toss it aside. Hold it carefully, examine it, and remember that even the smallest coin can carry the greatest value. Here on JF Coin. Today's spotlight is on one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 1984. You may think of it as just another penny, but what if I told you that this coin could actually be worth a staggering $779,328 in today's coin market? Yes, you heard that right, almost $800,000 for a single penny. Let's dive deep into the history, the design, the rarity, and the current market value of this extraordinary cent. The Liberty 1 cent coin has a legacy that stretches far back into the roots of the United States minting tradition. Originally introduced in the late 18th century, the cent was created as part of America's earliest currency system. Over the decades, the design of the penny has changed many times, reflecting the nation's growth, its leaders, and its values. By the 20th century, the coin that most people carried in their pockets had become the Lincoln cent, but hidden among ordinary circulation pieces were rare varieties and minting errors that today sell for fortunes. Now, let us talk about the year 1984. On the surface, the 1984 Liberty 1 cent may look common. Millions were minted for everyday use, and people exchanged them daily for goods, candy, and bus rides. But what sets apart a valuable coin from a common one are very small details. These details can be mint errors, die doubling, off-center strikes, or even a difference in the composition of the metal. The 1984 Liberty cent is famous for its rare double die obverse variety. Collectors hunt for this coin because under magnification you can clearly see doubling on Lincoln's ear. This is why collectors sometimes call it the doubled ear Lincoln cent. Imagine you are holding a 1984 penny in your hand right now. It looks ordinary. But with a magnifying glass you suddenly spot a doubled earlobe on Lincoln's portrait. That tiny detail instantly transforms your coin from 1 cent to a coin that can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. And in extremely high mint state conditions, some examples of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent double die have fetched record-breaking amounts, with values soaring into the hundreds of thousands, reaching the astonishing market price of $779,328. This is why coin collecting is so thrilling. Something as small and overlooked as a penny, something that many people drop on the street without a second thought, can actually be a treasure chest waiting to be discovered. Let's dive even deeper into why the value of this coin is so high today. First, rarity. Not many of the 1984 double die cents survived in pristine condition. Most were used in circulation and became worn down, which makes high-grade specimens incredibly rare. Second, demand. Collectors across the United States and around the world are always searching for rare coins and varieties. The 1984 Liberty 1 cent with the doubled ear is one of the most popular modern penny varieties. Third, auctions. Whenever one of these coins appears at a major auction house, competitive bidding drives the price higher and higher. Now let's consider the historical value. This coin is more than just metal. It represents America in the 1980s, a time of economic growth, technological change, and cultural transformation. Having a rare 1984 penny is like holding a tiny piece of history from that dynamic era. Collectors value not only the error itself but also the story behind it. So what should you do if you have 1984 pennies lying around in jars, drawers, or old piggy banks? The first step is to take a closer look. Get a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and check Lincoln's ear carefully. If you spot doubling, you may be holding one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Next, check the condition. If your coin still shines with its original mint luster, if it has sharp details and no scratches, its value could skyrocket. Professional grading by organizations like PCGS or NGC can authenticate the coin and assign it a grade that determines its market price. Now let's talk about today's market. Coin collecting has never been more popular. With social media and online auctions, rare coins reach a global audience of buyers. Collectors from every corner of the world compete for United States-era coins, pushing values higher every year. The Liberty 1 cent 1984 double die is considered a must-have piece for advanced collections, and that is why its market value currently stands at $779,328. That is not just an investment, it is a life-changing discovery for anyone lucky enough to find one. Think about it. A coin that was once worth only a single cent, used to buy a piece of candy in 1984, is now valued at more than $750,000. That is the magic of coin collecting, turning ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. If you are passionate about rare coins, history, and treasure hunting, make sure you stay connected with us here at JF Coin. On this channel we bring you the latest discoveries, the most valuable coins, and the secrets that can help you unlock the hidden fortune in your pocket change. Before we wrap up, here is a quick reminder. Always check your coins carefully, never overlook pennies, and always research varieties and errors. Who knows, the next great treasure could be sitting quietly in your coin jar at home, waiting for you to recognize it. So friends, that is the story of the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1984. From humble beginnings as an everyday penny to a record-breaking collectible worth $779,328, it remains a shining example of why coin collecting is one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going to talk about something truly fascinating and special, the Liberty 1 cent coin of the United States, the 2003 D edition. This coin is not just a small piece of metal, it is a piece of history, a collector's dream, and in today's market it is worth far more than what many people expect. You will be surprised to know how much this little cent can be valued at, and by the end of this video, you will understand why collectors are paying huge amounts of money to get their hands on it. Let us begin with the story of the Liberty 1 cent. The idea of 1 cent coins in America started way back in the late 1700s, and they have always been a part of the nation's culture and history. The 2003 D Liberty cent belongs to the modern Lincoln cent series, but what makes it so unique is not only the design but also the rarity, the condition, and the demand it has created in the collector's market. Minted at the Denver Mint in 2003, this small copper-plated zinc coin carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the historic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now you might be wondering, how can something as ordinary as a 1-cent coin be worth thousands and thousands of dollars? The answer lies in the combination of rarity, errors, historical importance, and above all, the passion of collectors. Not all 2003 Liberty 1 cents are valuable, but certain ones with special conditions or unique mint errors are bringing huge money in auctions and private sales. The market value of some examples has reached an astonishing $779,327. Yes, you heard that right, over $779,000 for a single cent coin that originally cost just 1 penny. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand, something that looks so ordinary but secretly carries the power of life-changing value. These coins are often hiding in old collections, tucked away in jars, forgotten in drawers, or resting silently in coin albums. Many people overlook them, but serious collectors know the worth. The 2003 Liberty cent can be a treasure waiting to be discovered, and you could be the lucky one to find it. Let us dive deeper into why the value is so high. Number 1 is rarity. While millions of cents were minted in 2003 at Denver, not all survived in pristine condition. Perfect mint state coins, especially those graded by professional grading services at high levels like MS68 or higher, can fetch incredible prices. Number 2 is mint errors. Coins with double die obverse, off-center strikes, or unique planchet errors are highly desirable. These errors make the coin one of a kind, and collectors are always hunting for these special mistakes. Number 3 is the demand. Coin collecting is one of the most popular hobbies in the United States and across the world, and when the demand is higher than the supply, the prices skyrocket. Now let us talk about the current market. Right now in 2025, collectors are still paying enormous amounts of money for these coins. Even common examples in circulated condition can sell for more than face value, sometimes a few dollars depending on the grade. But the real treasure lies in uncirculated, gem, or error coins. The record prices are where jaws drop. That is how we arrive at the shocking market value of $779,327, which proves how much power a single coin can hold. History also plays a role. The Liberty 1 cent is not just a piece of metal, it is a reflection of American history, culture, and respect for Abraham Lincoln. Collectors are not just buying coins, they are buying a story, a piece of history, and a symbol of freedom. The emotional connection makes the value go even higher. So what does this mean for you? It means you should start checking your coin jars, old wallets, and collections right now. You never know, you might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. If you do find a 2003 Liberty 1 cent, check its condition, check for errors, and if it looks special, get it graded. You could be holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why coin collecting is so magical. It turns ordinary objects into extraordinary treasures. A penny into a fortune. A simple coin into a story that connects generations. That is what makes the Liberty 1 cent so attractive and valuable today. So my friends, always keep your eyes open, always respect the coins you find, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. Because in the world of numismatics, 1 cent can change your life forever. This was today's exciting video from JF Coin. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to JF Coin, and share this video with other coin lovers. Your support helps us bring more hidden treasures and coin stories to you every week. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving into the history and value of one of the most iconic coins of the United States, the Liberty 1 cent coin. These small copper pieces may look ordinary to someone who does not know their worth, but collectors all over the world understand that Liberty 1 cent coins are truly pieces of American history that can be worth a fortune. Let us start with a little bit of history. The Liberty 1 cent coin first appeared in the late 18th century, back when the United States Mint was just beginning to produce coinage for the new nation. These coins were larger than the pennies we know today and carried designs that symbolized freedom and independence. The earliest designs showed Lady Liberty in classical styles, representing the birth of a new nation that valued liberty above all else. Over time, the Liberty cent designs evolved, with famous versions like the flowing hair cent, the draped bust cent, the classic head, the coronet head, and of course the legendary flying eagle and Indian head cents that followed. Each of these designs tells a story not only of art but also of the growth of the United States itself. Collectors love Liberty 1 cent coins because of their rarity and the fact that many of these coins were minted in small numbers compared to later pennies. Some varieties were struck for only a single year, and finding them in good condition today is extremely difficult. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that was made more than 200 years ago, a coin that has survived through wars, through economic depressions, through generations of families, and now sits as a treasure in the world of numismatics. Now let us talk about the value. Many people are surprised to learn just how much Liberty 1 cent coins can be worth in today's market. While the common damaged or corroded examples may sell for a few dollars, high-quality examples with clear details can be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some rare dates and varieties cross into unbelievable territory, with auction records reaching nearly $1 million for a single coin. That is right, a coin that was once worth only a single cent can today sell for more than $700,000 in pristine condition. The current market value has been reported as high as $779,326 for rare and special examples, and that is a mind-blowing figure for something so small in size yet so big in history. Collectors are not just paying for copper. They are paying for the story, for the rarity, for the chance to own a piece of American heritage. Just like a piece of fine art or a rare manuscript, Liberty 1-cent coins are living artifacts that connect us to the past. Every scratch, every detail, every preserved line on these coins tells us about the hands that carried them, the pockets they traveled in, and the moments in history they witnessed. If you are someone who has a Liberty 1-cent coin lying around, maybe passed down from your grandparents or discovered in an old collection, you might be holding on to something truly valuable. Even a coin that looks ordinary could be a rare variety, and collectors are always searching for those key dates. Some of the most sought-after examples include the 1793 chain cent, the 1794 Liberty cap, and the 1804 draped bust. These are coins that are so scarce that even major museums compete with collectors to obtain them. The market for Liberty 1-cent coins continues to grow. With more people entering the hobby of coin collecting every year, demand is rising while the supply remains limited. This is why prices for rare cents have continued to increase, and why coins that once sold for a few $100s now bring tens of thousands at major auctions. It is a market fueled by passion, history, and the desire to preserve something that can never be created again. Now let us take a closer look at the current 2021 market. At this time, many Liberty 1-cent coins are trading at record highs. Collectors are paying premiums for high-grade examples certified by major grading companies, and rare varieties have crossed into six-figure sales. The highest known value recorded reached an astonishing $779,326. That is not just money, that is life-changing wealth for a single coin. This is the magic of numismatics. A simple coin in your hand could secretly be a treasure worth more than a luxury car or even a house. This is why experts recommend checking every old coin carefully, researching dates, varieties, and mint marks, and never rushing to sell without knowing the true value. A coin that looks like just an old penny could in fact be one of the rarest Liberty cents in existence. So next time you come across a Liberty 1-cent coin, remember that you might be holding a piece of American history that could change your life. The Liberty 1-cent is not just copper, it is a symbol of freedom, of endurance, and of value that has stood the test of time. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this journey through the history and value of Liberty 1-cent coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of rare coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video, and share this with your friends who might have old coins hiding in their drawers or collections. Who knows, maybe one of them is holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This has been JF Coin.